Hi everyone! So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you my full wash day routine on my natural braids. So I had these braids in at a time for about 7 to 8 weeks, and I guess as you can see, the new growth is very evident, very visible, come a long way, yay. And at this point, my scalp was also very flaky. It might not be so noticeable maybe through the video, but I promise it was. And it was in dire need of some TLC. So that's exactly what I'm going to do, and let's get into it. All right, so first things first, I'm going to be applying my shampoo mix. Now, nothing really fancy about this. It's just the shampoo that I use mixed with water. Now, the shampoo I actually use is quite thick. It has a lot of slip. It's really nice. I love it so much for my hair, but it's quite thick. So application is hard just using it directly. So I discovered that just mixing it with some water and using an applicator bottle, especially in styles like this, even if I had my loose natural hair, I would still use the applicator bottle because I figured that it was just a lot easier to apply it. I can get it into every point, I didn't have to just use my palms and spread it everywhere. So no, yeah, it was a lot easier. So that's exactly what I did here. Okay, so at this point, I had basically coated the entirety of my head, or at least almost all of it, with the shampoo mix. And yeah, I mean, essentially, that was the point, right? To ensure that I get everywhere covered with the shampoo. And yeah, I'm not sure what insect was also interested in what I was doing, but anyway, it is well. So yeah, so as you can see, I'm using my fingers to scrub my scalp. I am not using my nails. It's very important to note this. I'm using my fingertips, like the tips of my finger pads, to scrub my scalp, just get it everywhere. It's a bit of a messy process, okay, not entirely messy, but yeah, it's obvious that a lot is going on, but it's very effective. Yeah, so basically that's what I do, just get it in there, and we would move on to the next portion. So here I am. I have rinsed off the shampoo, and as you can see, my hair literally looks different from the first portion of the video. It looks hydrated, it looks hydrated, it looks clean, it looks amazing. Even my curls, the curls at the ends of my braids are looking beautiful. And now from there, I'm just going to go into the deep conditioning phase. I don't really need conditioner because I carry my hair for a long period of time, like about 2 months or 6 weeks, 2 months, 2.5 months sometimes. So I just go straight to deep conditioning. And the deep conditioner that I use there is my OG, well, okay, not exactly, but it's something I really love. And as you can see, when I take the deep conditioner, I apply it, I smooth it down the braids. And if you notice, I make some squeezing motion, trying to ensure that I get the deep conditioner, to penetrate through the braids, because it's not my loose natural hair. So I might need to do a bit more work to get it in there. And yeah, that is exactly what I'm doing. I'm just going to coat the entirety of my head with this. Yeah. People say that you shouldn't put, deep conditioner on your scalp. That might be a bit controversial for me because, not that they might not be right or anything, but I've discovered that putting it on my scalp doesn't really do anything. I feel like it's fine for me. At the end of the day, do what works for you, right? But this is okay for me. I basically just put it on my roots, close to my scalp, just make it, touch some places there. And yeah, as you can see, that's what I'm doing here, right? So I just make sure it just covers everywhere, and because every portion of my hair must have a feel of this goodness. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. So after the deep conditioning, I just take a plastic cap or a nylon, and I just, something big enough to accommodate my braids, and I just put it in there and make sure it's secure and tied properly. And I would just leave it in for about an hour or two, depending on, how long, but not longer. Yeah, there's really no need to keep it longer. An hour or two is fine. And so finally, I've washed it off, and here are my braids. Very clean, very beautiful, very demure. Okay, maybe that's a bit too much. But yeah, so basically my braids are nice and clean, and the effect of the deep conditioner, I could really feel it here. It was just wonderful. So then the next step is basically my leave-in conditioner. I love this conditioner so much. A little goes a long way. I've talked about it. Yeah, and I don't think I'll stop talking about it because it's something that works. So yeah, I just take a little portion of that and I run it down my braids, again still with that same squeezing motion and massaging it in there to make sure that every portion of my hair is coated in that goodness. So of course, not forgetting my ends. In fact, I actually give more love to that part of my hair. So yeah, I make sure it is coated, properly coated, squeeze it in there, just make sure the entirety of my head is, coated in that. Now, even after I did this, there was something else that I applied on my hair. It was my grease. I did not show it in this video, but yeah, it's also part of the routine. So I just put that on my scalp. It has peppermint in it, very lovely feel. Yeah, so basically that was what I did. And with that, we have come to the end of our wash day routine. My hair looks amazing, it feels amazing, and it's moisturized, it's hydrated, it's happy. And that is exactly what we want. I mean, that's what we always want, right? So thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, bye.